There are nights when something inside you begins to stir, not with worry, but with a longing, a whisper that floats beneath your thoughts. It isn't your mind trying to solve another problem. It isn't your heart clinging to the last task of the day. It's deeper than that. It's quieter, like a soft knock on a familiar door you've kept closed for too long. A presence not demanding, not forceful, but unmistakably near. A sense that someone is waiting, not out of obligation, but out of love. And maybe tonight, as your body begins to slow and your thoughts begin to fade into the rhythm of night, that whisper becomes louder. Not with words of fear, not with voices of the past, but with one gentle invitation. Let me in. You may not have planned this moment. You may have reached the end of your day, tired, confused, or numb. You may have done everything you could today to hold it together, to smile when it hurt, to stay strong when your soul felt weak. But now the masks are off. The striving is done. And in this quiet, yes, right here, in this stillness, Jesus is near. He doesn't ask you to explain. He doesn't wait for a perfectly worded prayer. He doesn't require proof of worthiness. He just waits for your yes. Because tonight is not just another night to fall asleep. Tonight could be the night everything changes. Tonight could be the night you let him in. Not just into the idea of who you are, but into the very heart of your being. Into your memories, your wounds, your dreams, your fears. He wants it all. Not to condemn, not to criticize, but to redeem, to restore, to hold. So before you drift, before the hush of sleep washes over you, speak to him just as you are. Don't worry about sounding right. Don't worry about knowing how. Just speak. He already knows your voice. He already knows your need. He's just waiting to be invited. Jesus, I feel you. I sense you here. Not in thunder or flame, but in the calm breath between thoughts, in the way my spirit trembles without fear. You are not distant. You're not on the other side of my mistakes. You are here, with me, in this room, in this night, in this very breath. And so I open the door. I don't open it with certainty. I open it with surrender. Not because I've figured it all out, but because I know I can't anymore. I have run through too many empty corridors. I have searched too many hollow wells. I have leaned on strength that collapses under pressure. But you are different. You don't enter with a list of demands. You enter with peace, with light, with a love that doesn't make sense, but also doesn't let go. So come in, Jesus. Come into the parts of me I keep hidden, even from myself. The thoughts I bury, the fears I silence, the sins I justify. I won't hide them from you. You already know, and yet still you knock, still you wait, still you love. Tonight, I give you more than words. I give you space. I give you permission. I give you room in my heart. Not just the tidy rooms, the messy ones, the broken ones, the rooms I boarded shut after I was hurt. Come into all of it. Walk through the corridors of my soul. Touch what I cannot fix. Heal what I cannot name. I don't just need sleep tonight. I need healing. I need grace. I need truth. And you, Jesus, you are all of that and more. You are the answer to the questions I've buried. You are the voice that calms the storms I try to hide. You are the light that reaches even the most forgotten corners of who I am. You don't wait for perfect people. You look for willing hearts. And though I may feel unworthy, you say I'm welcome. Though I may feel tired, you say rest in me. Though I may carry guilt, you say I already carried that cross. So tonight I release it all into your hands. The regret, the bitterness, the disappointment, the shame. I lay them down not because I know how to let go, but because you've shown me I don't have to carry them alone. Your word says you are close to the broken-hearted, that you save those crushed in spirit. Well, here I am, Lord, in need of saving. Not the kind that comes from outside circumstances, but the kind that starts from within. I need you to save my soul from the exhaustion of pretending. I need you to rescue my heart from its own wandering. I need you to rewrite the narrative I've been telling myself for far too long. Saith over me, Jesus. Rewrite the script where I have heard not enough. Say chosen where I have heard too far gone. Say redeemed where I have believed unlovable. Say mine. I want more than a peaceful night. I want a new begin, a holy exchange. My worry for your peace, my fear for your faithfulness, my past for your purpose. So I confess what I've hidden. I confess the places where I've closed the door, and I say now, with trembling hope, Jesus, you are welcome here. I don't just want a moment. I want a transformation, not just a visit, but a dwelling. Live here. Stay here, make my heart your home. And in return, I give you everything, the parts I understand, and the parts I don't, the victories and the failures, the prayers answered, and the ones that felt ignored. I give you what I have, and I trust you to make it into what only you can. Wash me, not just my hands, but my heart. Cleanse me not only from what I've done, but from the lies I've believed. Pour over me with mercy, surround me with grace, cover me in a peace the world cannot give and cannot take away. Let this night be different. Let this sleep be sacred. Let this be the moment heaven touches earth in my room, in my spirit, in my heart. I may not see angels, I may not hear thunder, but I know when you enter, something always changes. Jesus, if you are who you say you are, and I believe you are, then I have nothing to fear, not in death, not in life, not in the uncertainty of tomorrow, because you are my anchor, you are my beginning and my end, you are my refuge, my joy, my savior. So I lift this fragile heart to you. I surrender not with strength, but with softness. I admit I can't hold it all, and you smile because you never asked me to. You just asked me to let you in, and tonight I do. Take my hand, Lord. Take my life. Take this night and make it holy. Let your spirit hover as I sleep. Guard my thoughts. Speak into my dreams. Restore what's been stolen. Rebuild what's been broken. Breathe into the places that have fallen silent. And as I rest beneath your covering, let my final thoughts be simple and sure. I am loved. I am forgiven. I am yours. And you, Jesus. Even now, Lord, I feel the quiet settling deeper. The noise of the day is fading, and all that remains is the weight of your presence, gentle but undeniable. I am still, and yet something inside is stirring. A holy unrest that calls me to surrender more, not out of fear, not out of pressure, but because you're here, and nothing else satisfies. I didn't realize how much I needed this. Not just peace around me, but peace within. Not just calm in the room, but restoration in my soul. And only you, Jesus. Only you bring that kind of rest, not the kind that merely silences the world, but the kind that silences the storm inside me. You are not impressed by performance. You are not moved by empty words. You don't keep score like people do. You see through it all, the facade, the smile, the effort to pretend I'm okay when I'm not. And still you stay, still you wait, still you love me. What kind of love is this that doesn't flinch at my flaws? What kind of savior kneels instead of judges? What kind of king chooses a cross over a throne just to reach me? It's you, Jesus. You're the only one. Tonight, I'm letting go, not just of the stress, not just of the fear, but of control. I've tried to hold my world together with my own hands. I've tried to manage the mess, fix the broken, heal the wounds, but I am not God. I was never meant to carry what only you can bear, and so I release it again and again, until my clenched fists finally learn to rest. You already know what tomorrow holds. You know what I'll face, what I'll need, and what will try to steal my joy. So why should I fear? You are already in the morning. You are already preparing what I cannot see, and you are always enough. Help me to believe that, Lord, not just when things go well, but when things fall apart, not just when prayers are answered, but when heaven feels silent. Help me to trust your heart, even when I don't understand your hand, because I know this, you are faithful. Not sometimes, not just on Sundays, not only when I've done things right, but always, in every hour, in every weakness, in every season, you remain. And that's why I open myself to you more deeply now. I give you my expectations, my disappointments, my unanswered questions, my weary hope. You don't ask me to deny them, you ask me to place them in your hands. And so, I do. Tonight, I give you the people I can't fix, the ones I love but don't know how to help, the ones who've hurt me, the ones I miss. I lift them up to you. You know how to reach them in ways I never can, so I release them. I stop holding the weight of everyone else's soul. I let you carry them, because you're the only one who truly can. Jesus, if there are pieces of me I've withheld, I surrender them now. The habits I excuse, the bitterness I defend, the fears I've nurtured, the pride I disguise as strength, I lay it all down. Not to earn anything, but to make room for something better. I want all of you, so I give you all of me. You don't need perfection, you want permission. You don't need my accomplishment, you desire my affection. You long not for ritual, but relationship. And here I am, broken and whole, ashamed and hopeful, exhausted and ready, and somehow, you embrace every part. I don't want to wake up tomorrow, and I don't want to go through life carrying the same burdens you already paid to lift. So let tonight be different, let it be sacred, let it be real. Take this room, Lord, make it a sanctuary. Let the silence be filled with your spirit. Let the shadows be touched by your light. Let the air itself carry the peace of heaven. I want to know you more than I want answers. I want to feel you more than I want resolution. I want to be with you more than I want relief. Because when you are near, nothing else matters. Not the outcome, not the timeline. Just so calm my racing mind, not with empty platitudes, but with your presence. Calm my body with the weight of your love. Slow my breath, relax the tension, loosen the knots that worry tied inside me all day. Touch my chest, Lord, speak to my heart, let every heartbeat echo the truth. I am not alone, I am not forgotten, I am not unloved. Your mercy follows me even here. Your grace pursues me even now. Your promises hold me, even when I can't hold myself together. If I drift in the night, let your spirit stay with me. If fear whispers lies while I sleep, let your truth answer louder. If I wake up in the dark, let me remember that you never leave. I belong to you, Jesus, not just in word, but in spirit, not just when things are good, but when I fall apart. I am yours, fully, eternally, unconditionally. Tonight I choose to believe that, not because I feel it, but because it is written, and your word does not lie. You say I'm chosen, you say I'm forgiven, you say I'm new, so I declare that over myself now. I am not my past, I am not my failure, I am not the sum of my mistakes. I am redeemed, I am cleansed, I am made whole, I am a dwelling place for the Most High God. I am covered in peace that passes all understanding. I am rooted in grace that does not run dry. I am held in arms that will never let me go. Let those truths guard me as I sleep. Let them shape my dreams. Let them form my identity. Lord, I don't ask for perfection in the morning. I ask for presence, yours. I don't need every detail to be clear. I just need to know you'll walk with me, and you always do. Thank you, Jesus, for not rushing me, for not forcing me, for standing at the door and waiting until I was ready to say, come in. You didn't demand, you desired, you didn't condemn, you called, you didn't abandon, you stayed, and now that you're here, I feel it. I feel the shift, the lift, the holy weight of love wrapping around me like a blanket. I feel known,
I feel seen. I feel safe. So let this sleep be more than rest. Let it be sacred. Let it be a time of healing. Let my soul find what it's longed for in your arms. I trust you with my dreams. I trust you with my tomorrows. But most of all, I trust you with my heart, because you are faithful, because you are good, because you are Jesus, and you are mine.
You are still here, Jesus. Through every breath that softens, through every heartbeat that steadies, through every silence that grows longer than the last, you remain. You do not grow tired. You do not drift away. You do not change your mind about me. And as my soul lies open before you, without filters or defenses, you draw even nearer. Not because I earned it, not because I proved myself worthy, but because it is your nature to love. It is who you are, to find the wandering, to comfort the weary, to restore the broken, and to dwell with those who make room for you. So I give you more room tonight. I offer you the pieces I don't talk about, the things I don't even fully understand myself, emotions I've buried because they were too heavy to carry alone, questions I've been afraid to ask because I feared the answers, memories that still ache even if I've tried to forget them. All of it, Jesus. I bring it now into the light of your presence. You are not shocked by my mess. You are not repelled by my weakness. You are not disappointed by my humanity. In fact, you came for exactly this, for people like me, for hearts like mine, for lives that are messy and complicated and full of history. Your arms are open, not for a better version of me, but for me as I am. So I lean into you. I lay down the pressure to be okay. I release the instinct to fix it all first. I resist the voice that tells me I have to be strong before I come to you. Because you didn't ask for that. You asked for honesty, and that I can give. Jesus, I want you more than I want to be right. I want you more than I want to be understood. I want you more than I want to feel safe by my own means. I want you more than comfort, more than control, more than clarity. I want you, and that desire is holy, even in its trembling, even when it feels small. You see it, and you honor it. You fan it into flame. So fan the flame tonight, Lord. Let what starts as a whisper turn into worship. Let the flicker of faith become a fire of intimacy. Let this moment deepen into a rhythm that carries into every day that follows. I don't want to go back to life without you at the center. I don't want to walk through another day merely surviving. I want to abide, to dwell, to remain in you as you remain in me. So teach me to abide, in the joy and in the sorrow, in the stillness and in the storm, in the known and in the unknown. Let my roots grow deep into your love, so that no wind of circumstance can uproot me again. Let my identity rest in what you say, not what I feel. Let my peace depend on who you are, not what I face. Let my security be found not in what I hold, but in who holds me. Jesus, you are enough, not just in theory, not just in church, but here in this room, on this bed, in this moment. You are enough for every need I have, every longing, every cry, every silence. You are more than enough. So I release every label I've worn that doesn't come from you. I am not too far gone. I am not invisible. I am not a failure. I am not unlovable. I am not forgotten. I am not broken beyond repair. You speak a different word over me. You speak identity, purpose, belonging, wholeness. You say I am yours. You say I am seen. You say I am called. You say I am clean. And I believe you. Even if my feelings falter, even if my mind doubts, I anchor myself to your voice. Because your voice is the only one that has never lied to me. The only one that never shamed me. The only one that knows me fully and still chooses me completely.
Let that truth sing over me as I sleep. Let it rise above every lie. Let it echo louder than fear. Let it comfort me deeper than anxiety. Let it hold me when my strength fades. I don't want to carry tomorrow's weight into tonight's rest. I don't want to prepare for battle while you are offering peace. So I lay down my armor. I lay down my defenses. I lay down my pride. And I receive what I cannot earn. Grace. Grace for the past I cannot change. Grace for the future I cannot see. Grace for the present moment, where you meet me with open arms. You are not watching from far away. You are not keeping score. You are here with me right now, and you brought everything I need. Your mercy is enough for my shame. Your peace is enough for my fear. Your love is enough for my wounds. Your nearness is enough for my loneliness. Your promises are enough for my uncertainty. So I rest, not because everything is fixed, but because you are present, and where you are there is no need to strive. Tonight I declare again what I am learning to believe. I am not alone. I am not unloved. I am not unwanted. I am not unredeemable. I am not too much. I am not too little. I am exactly who you chose, and exactly who you died to save. So let that truth become the air I breathe. Let it fill my lungs with calm. Let it soften my heartbeat. Let it draw me into sleep wrapped in the safest truth I've ever known. Jesus is here. You are not just visiting. You have moved in. You are not just observing. You are intervening. You are not just watching. You are healing. So I give you full access to my heart, my soul, my memories, my emotions, my dreams, my days, my future. I hold nothing back. I invite you not just to comfort me, but to change me, not just to visit me, but to inhabit me, not just to bless me, but to become my everything. Because the truth is, Lord, I don't want a life where you are a part. I want a life where you are the whole. So shape me in the stillness. Whisper to me as I rest. Align my desires with yours. Redirect the pathways of my thoughts. Heal the places where I have hurt others. Repair the parts of me that have forgotten how to feel. Let your spirit flow through me, like living water, washing, filling, softening, awakening. Let this night be sacred, not for what I say, not for how long I pray, but for who I surrender to. And tonight, Jesus, I surrender to you every fear, every failure, every hope, every moment. I place them all in your hands, and I trust you, because you are faithful, because you are good, because you are here, and I am yours.
Even as the night deepens, something in my soul rises, not in panic, not in pressure, but in awareness. A holy stillness blankets this moment, the kind of quiet that doesn't leave you empty but full, the kind of silence that speaks more clearly than words. Because you are here, Jesus, and where you are, everything breathes differently. Even time feels softer. Even my thoughts stop striving. You are not in a hurry. You never were. You don't rush love. You wait patiently, tenderly, until the heart opens, until fear releases its grip, until I finally exhale everything I was never meant to carry. And here, in this sacred hush, I feel it happening. Not all at once, not like a flash of lightning, but like a steady tide that keeps rising. Grace is creeping into every corner I left unguarded. Mercy is warming places I thought were too cold. You are gently invading the rooms I thought I had to protect, even from you. And what surprises me most is how safe I feel. You are holy, yet you hold me like a friend. You are mighty, yet you move with softness. You are eternal, yet you lean close enough to whisper into the weariness of my soul. So whisper, Lord. Whisper truth where lies have lived too long. Whisper peace where anxiety has planted roots. Whisper belonging where I've only known rejection. Whisper destiny where shame once buried hope. I am listening, not with ears but with heart wide open. Tell me again who I am. Tell me again whose I am. Remind me that I am not just forgiven. I am restored. Remind me that I am not just cleansed. I am called. Remind me that I am not just loved. I am pursued. You didn't stop at saving me. You came to live with me, within me. And the miracle is not that you found me, it's that you stayed. Others have walked away. Others have grown tired. Others saw only the surface and gave up. But you, Jesus, you saw it all and still said, she's mine. You heard the thoughts I never said aloud. You felt the ache behind the smile. And still, you chose me. So I stop trying to be what I think you want. I stop editing myself in your presence. I come undone, not in shame but in freedom. Because you never loved the mask, I see that now. You loved the soul beneath it. The child still learning. The heart still healing. The spirit still growing. Tonight, I am not performing. I am not praying to impress. I am praying because I am known and still welcome. I bring you my silence as an offering, my tears as a sacrifice, my honest breath as worship. Because in your eyes these are not small things. These are the holy things. These are the real things. These are the things you came for. You never asked for perfection. You only asked for presence. And so I am here. If I fall asleep mid-prayer, I know you remain. If I forget what I said by morning, I know you do not forget. If I wake in the middle of the night afraid, I know you are already awake, guarding, covering, staying close. You do not leave when the words stop. You do not vanish when the emotions fade. You are not a feeling. You are a Savior, a friend, a king, and you remain. So I rest, not because I feel brave, but because I trust your arms. I rest, not because life is easy, but because your peace is real. I rest, not because the world is quiet, but because you are louder. Let this night be filled not with dreams of escape, but with visions of your nearness. Let my sleep not be a pause but a reset. Let my heart rest on the truth that I am yours, and you are mine. You know what I'll face tomorrow. You know the thoughts that will try to return, the habits that still haunt me, the distractions that tempt me. But none of those things surprise you. You're not hoping I hold it all together. You're reminding me, you already did. You held the weight of sin on the cross. You held the sting of death in the grave. You hold my soul even now. So I will not grip the reins of my life with anxious hands. I will not script my future out of fear. I will not obsess over outcomes I can't control. I will simply trust, because trust is what you came for. Trust is what heals me. Trust is where I meet you fully. So here I am, Jesus, not just in body, not just in words, but in full surrender. Here I am with nothing to prove, nothing to hide, nothing to offer, but me. Take me as I am, and make me more than I ever imagined. Let this rest, not just restore my body, but rebuild my soul. Let your presence do what no sleep ever could. Revive the part of me that forgot how to hope. Revive the dreams I buried in fear. Revive the gifts I abandoned in comparison. Revive the joy I traded for survival. Revive the wonder that cynicism tried to kill. Breathe into every part of me that needs new life. You are the resurrection and the life, not just for death, but for dry hearts, for dull spirits, for tired souls, and mine is ready. So I receive your breath tonight. I receive your wind of renewal. I receive your voice calling dry bones to rise. I receive your spirit pouring into the cracks. I receive your hands making all things new. Do what only you can do, Jesus, and I will rest in you. No fear, no shame, no mask, no striving, just you. And in this silence I remember, I am not forgotten. I am not disqualified. I am not a burden. I am not what happened to me. I am not who they said I was. I am not lost.
I am found. I am held. I am chosen. I am forgiven. I am yours. So let every cell of my being remember this tonight. Let my breath repeat it. Let my dreams echo it. Let my spirit rise in quiet celebration of it. You are here. You are here. You are here. And everything is different now.
There is a kind of peace, Lord, that goes beyond the absence of trouble. A kind of peace that doesn't come when the world is quiet, but when you speak. A peace that seeps into the soul like oil on dry skin. A peace that holds me, not because everything is right, but because you are near. And I feel it now, not like a sudden rush, but like a steady unfolding. The kind of peace that unwraps every tightly wound part of me. The kind of peace that doesn't need an explanation. The kind that only comes from you. You are not waiting for daylight to begin your work. You are not waiting for me to be awake to speak. You are moving even now as I lie here with eyes heavy but spirit wide open. You're reaching into places I haven't spoken of aloud in years, places I forgot were still tender. Memories I buried beneath busyness, thoughts I dismissed as too small for heaven. But you are here, and you see it all. You don't pass over the quiet things. You kneel down beside them. You hold the pieces I thought were too scattered. You gather them not with urgency, but with care. And I don't have to understand how. I don't need to see the end. I just need to say yes. So yes, Jesus. Yes to your nearness. Yes to your healing. Yes to your voice that calms and corrects and restores. I've said yes to too many other things. Yes to pressure. Yes to guilt. Yes to fear disguised as logic. Yes to burdens disguised as responsibilities. Yes to the opinions of people louder than your whisper. But tonight, I say yes to you. Just you. Let my yes be loud enough to drown the old agreements I made with doubt. Let my yes be strong enough to silence the voice that said I had to be more to be loved. Let my yes be steady enough to carry into morning. Let it echo through my tomorrow. Let it shape how I live, how I breathe, how I love. Because you are not just for the night. You are for all of. You are not just Savior in the dark. You are Lord in the light. And I want you to reign over it all. My past. You are Lord there. My present. You are Lord here. My future. You are Lord before I arrive. So rule, Jesus. Rule over my thoughts. Rule over my desires. Rule over the words I speak and the silence I hold. Be king in the places I've held tightly. Be king in the places I didn't think you wanted. And when I forget, because I do forget, remind me gently, remind me with kindness, remind me with that still small voice that's never left. You don't shame me into coming back. You sing me home, so sing over me tonight. Let my sleep be a melody of your promises. Let my breath align with the rhythm of your grace. Let my heartbeat find rest in the cadence of your faithfulness. You are writing something here, even now. A new chapter, quiet turning point, a holy line that divides who I was from who I'm becoming. And I trust you with the becoming. I don't need to rush. I don't need to perform. I don't need to prove anything to you. You already chose me. You already knew me. You already loved me first. So I come as I am. No filter, no script, no plan. I lay down all of it. And in return, you give what the world never could. You give rest for my restlessness. You give calm for my confusion. You give stillness where I once only knew noise. You give identity that isn't earned but received. You give love that doesn't flinch at my worst. You give truth that uproots every lie I've believed. So I let it in, all of it, every drop of your goodness, every layer of your peace, every whisper of your kindness. I drink it in like water after a desert. I
I hold it like treasure found after years of searching, because that's what you are, my treasure, not just my comfort, not just my rescue, but my greatest joy. Let the world fall away in this moment. Let the comparisons go quiet. Let the questions fall into silence, because I have you, and you are enough. You're not just part of the answer, you are the whole answer. The question you respond to isn't how will I fix this, but who will I trust with it? And I trust you, with my timing, with my healing, with my story, with my children, my family, my future, with the tears I haven't cried yet, with the prayers I haven't prayed yet, with the days I don't see coming, with the pain I still carry deep. You are trustworthy, you are gentle, you are here, and I am safe. So let that become my breath as I fade into sleep. I am safe in Jesus. Let it be the anthem of my dreams. He is with me still. Let it be the song that follows me into the morning light. He has not left, not for a moment, not for a heartbeat, not even when I doubted. Even now, as the night thickens and stillness surrounds me, your love wraps tighter. It does not let go. So I rest in it. I rest in you, fully, finally, forever. Even now, as the room grows darker and the night deepens, I feel a light that isn't coming from candles or stars or screens. It's not a glow that can be seen with the eyes. It's something softer, something truer. It's you, Jesus, the light that never dims, the light that never burns out, the light that never turns away. You are here, not only to comfort me, but to illuminate what's been hidden too long. Not to expose for shame, but to bring life. Because everything you touch begins to grow. Everything you enter begins to breathe again. So I give you every part of me still hiding in shadow. The places I keep quiet even in prayer. The emotions I tuck behind polite smiles. The pain I minimize so no one worries. The grief I've labeled old enough to be over. The trauma I treat like a scar, though it still bleeds. You are not shocked by these things. You are not overwhelmed by them. You have never said, "This is too much." You simply say, "I know. Give it to me." So I do. I place it all at your feet, not as trash to be discarded, but as treasure to be redeemed. Because somehow you make beauty from brokenness. You don't just heal, you glorify the very places the world tried to hide. Let this surrender become a holy offering. Let it be worship more real than words. Let it be incense rising from the altar of my heart. You are worthy of my honesty. You are worthy of my story. You are worthy of all I've lived through, because none of it was wasted when placed in your hands. And I believe that now, more than ever, you are not only the one who saves me, you are the one who writes meaning into every moment. Even the ones I thought were lost, even the ones I tried to forget. Tonight, I trust you to make it all matter. Even the tears, even the silence, even the ache I carry without words. I believe you waste nothing. I believe every sorrow can be a seed. I believe every delay can be a doorway. I believe every wound can become a well that pours out grace to someone else. So I ask you to plant something new in me tonight. Even while I sleep, even while I rest, even while I do nothing but surrender, you are always working, always weaving, always preparing something beautiful in the places I thought were finished. And if you are patient, Lord, then I will be too. I will not rush what you are growing. I will not push past what you are healing. I will not climb ahead when you are calling me to lie down. You are my shepherd. You lead me beside still waters. You make me lie down in green pastures. You restore my soul not with noise, but with nearness. And I choose now to lie down, not because I am weary of life, but because I am learning to rest in trust. I lay my head on the pillow, but my heart leans into you. I may not see the full picture, but I know the one who holds it.
I may not know the next step, but I know the one who orders every step. I may not feel strong, but I know the one whose strength is made perfect in weakness. So I stop striving. I stop wrestling. I stop trying to earn what you give freely. I let your love wash over me like gentle rain, soaking deep, soothing wounds, saturating every dry and tired part of my soul. And in this saturation, I feel something new, not just comfort, but calling. Not just stillness, but purpose. Even here, even now, as I drift into sleep, you are reminding me I am here for a reason, not by accident, not as background in someone else's story, but chosen, appointed, set apart for this exact moment in history. And it is not pride that says this. It is not ego. It is the realization that when you dwell inside a person, their life is no longer ordinary. Every breath becomes ministry. Every moment becomes opportunity. Every interaction becomes holy, because you are in me and you are love. So even in sleep, I remain connected. Even as my body rests, my spirit leans on you. Even as dreams unfold, my heart is held by your hand. I am never apart from you. There is no moment where I am not seen, no hour where I am not loved, no space where I am not safe. This bed has become a sanctuary. These walls have become a cathedral. This silence has become a song, because you are here, and you are everything. So I need nothing else. Let my breath praise you. Let my heartbeat worship. Let my heartbeat worship. Let my stillness honor the God who never slumbers. You keep watch over me when my eyes close. You defend me from things I cannot see. You fight for me even in my rest. Because love doesn't sleep, and you are love. So I sleep in confidence, not in myself, but in you, my Savior, my King, my peace. As the world outside falls into quiet slumber, and time slips softly past, I lie here not alone in the dark, but completely known in the light of your presence. This stillness is not emptiness, it is fullness, fullness of grace, fullness of love, fullness of you. There is no fear in this place, no striving, no expectation to perform. Only the quiet reality that I am entirely yours and you are entirely here. And in that truth, I feel layers beginning to fall away, layers I've worn like armor, layers I've used to cope, to hide, to survive. You are removing them gently, not with shame, not with pressure, but with hands that only know how to heal. Every time you touch a part of my story, I feel you redeeming it, not erasing it, but rewriting it with mercy. You do not deny what has been, you simply declare what will, and you speak with such authority. I know even the past must bow to your promises. So I release it all again tonight. Even the things I thought I already gave you. Even the things I buried under the weight of time. You're showing me how to surrender again and again, because surrender is not a one-time event. It's a lifestyle, a rhythm, a love language between creator and creation. And I am learning that love is not control, it is trust. So I trust you with the places still tender, with the moments that still sting, with the memories that flicker just before sleep. I trust you with the tears I never let fall, with the words I never said out loud, with the dreams I stopped hoping for, with the parts of me that still doubt you could use someone like me. But you say I am not beyond repair. You say I am not late. You say I am not too much. You say I am not forgotten. And tonight, Jesus, I choose to believe you, not because I feel it yet, not because I understand it yet, but because you are truth. And when truth speaks, lies begin to shatter. I can feel them breaking now, quietly, steadily, under the weight of your voice. The lie that I have to earn your affection. The lie that peace is a reward for performance. The lie that failure disqualifies me. The lie that closeness with you is reserved for the holy, the perfect, the flawless. You are proving those lies wrong simply by staying, by not leaving when I'm quiet, by not turning away when I'm tired, by sitting beside me in the silence and calling it sacred. I don't need to entertain you, impress you, or explain myself to you. You already know, you already understand, and still, you stay. So I stay too. In this moment, in this breath, in this softness, no rushing ahead to tomorrow, no dragging yesterday into the present, just this, me and you, in the now, and in the now, I am loved. That word is too small for what you offer, but it's the only one I have that comes close. Love that doesn't stop at forgiveness, but stretches all the way to delight. Love that doesn't wait for a better version of love, that wants all of me, especially the parts I think are too broken to be beautiful. And you don't love with words alone, you prove it. With peace that floods like a river, with mercy that kisses every scar, with presence that never leaves, even when I do. So if I drift again tomorrow, call me back. If I forget this peace, remind me. If I try to carry what you already took, gently take it again. You are not weary of me, you are not surprised by my need for daily grace. And I am learning that holiness isn't about perfection, it's about proximity. And I am close now, so close I feel the cadence of your love beating in time with my breath. So close, I sense the warmth of heaven around me, like a blanket. So close, I no longer fear the silence, because you are in it. And when you're in the silence, it becomes sacred. Let my sleep tonight become worship. Let the rest of my body be an offering. Let the quiet of my thoughts become an altar, where heaven meets earth. Let this be the night that transforms more than my strength. Let it renew my perspective. Let it restore my wonder. Let it rekindle my hope. Let it remind me that you are not only with me, you are for me. You are for my healing, for my freedom, for my peace, for my future. You are not waiting for me to fail. You are preparing me to fly. You are not keeping a record of my wrongs. You are writing my name on your hands. You are not sending me into the world alone. You are walking with me into every room, every decision, every season. And even in my sleep, you are making ways I cannot see. You are softening hearts, opening doors, closing others, and doing more than I could ask, think, or imagine. So I rest. Not only because the day is done, but because the battle is not mine. It belongs to the Lord, and the Lord is faithful. Even in the night, especially in the night, when all is quiet and the soul is open, you do some of your greatest work. So come, Holy Spirit, move through my sleep, speak through my dreams, fill every shadow with light, and let my soul awaken in the morning, knowing I was never alone. I was never unloved, and I will never be the same. The stillness tonight is not empty. It is filled with you, Lord. I can feel you in the hush between heartbeats, in the soft pull of breath, in the weight of your love resting gently over my soul like a covering. You are not a far-off thought. You are not a fading feeling. You are here, closer than fear, deeper than pain, stronger than sorrow, and the longer I linger in this quiet, the more I realize I was made for this. Not for chaos, not for rushing, not for the noise that fills the world and empties the soul. I was made for communion, for stillness, for you. So I stay here, not because I have to, but because I want to. Because there is nothing out there in the world that compares to the peace that comes when I let everything else go and hold only to you. You are not just peace, you are my peace. You are not just hope, you are the hope that has held me through seasons I never thought I'd survive. You are not just love. You are the love that has never failed, even when I have. And tonight, as I lie here without performance or pretense, I feel you ministering to parts of me that I forgot were even hurting. I didn't come with an agenda, but you came with healing. I didn't come with eloquence, but you came with understanding. I didn't come with strength, but you came with all that I lack and more. You're not filling in my gaps. You are the whole thing. You're not patching me up, you're making me new. You're not fixing me so I can continue striving. You're freeing me so I can finally rest. And I do, Lord. I rest. Not just my body, but my expectations. Not just my thoughts, but my fear of what comes next. Not just my plans, but my desire to control how they unfold. Because you're teaching me that peace isn't the absence of uncertainty. It's the presence of someone I trust more than myself. And I trust you, not because I always understand you, not because everything always makes sense, but because even in confusion, you remain. Even in questions, you do not leave. So I do not need every answer tonight. I don't need to figure it all out. I just need you. And you are here. You have been here all along, in the battles I faced, in the prayers I whispered under my breath, in the moments I was too tired to speak. You were there, holding me up even when I thought I was standing on my own. How many times did you carry me and I didn't know it? How many nights did you fight for me while I slept? How many moments were protected, even when I never saw the danger? You are faithful in ways I may never fully comprehend. But tonight I choose to acknowledge it. I choose to thank you, not just for the things I can see, but for all you've done behind the scenes, for every unseen miracle, every hidden mercy, every silent rescue. Thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for being patient when I was restless. Thank you for being kind when I was hard on myself. Thank you for speaking truth when I believed lies. Thank you for never needing me to be perfect before loving me perfect. And now that I am here, fully surrendered, fully stilled, I ask you to keep doing what only you can do. Keep teaching me how to rest in you. Keep shaping my heart to reflect yours. Keep molding me into someone who trusts not because of certainty, but because of intimacy. I don't want to live distant from your presence. I don't want to treat you like a guest. I want you to dwell here, in every part of my life, in the waking and the sleeping, in the joy and the grief, in the strength and the weakness. Let nothing be off limits. Let no room be shut away. Walk with me through the places I've feared to visit, alone. Sit with me in the spaces I've filled with distractions. Stay with me, Jesus. Don't let me grow numb to your nearness, because nothing else heals me like you do. Nothing else brings peace like your presence. Nothing else makes me whole but the sound of your voice calling me mine. So tonight, I receive again what you've been offering since the beginning. Yourself, not just a feeling, not just a theology, but a person. A savior, a friend. And in return I offer myself, not a polished version, not the parts I'm proud of, but all of me, all the messy, complex, longing, fragile parts. You are welcome here, Jesus. I will not withhold the broken. I will not hide the process. I will not pretend I am whole before I let you enter. You are the one who makes me whole. So come and live here. Come and dwell with me. Come and be not just Lord over the world, but Lord over me. And as you do, let your spirit rest upon me like a soft wind in the night. Let your peace settle over me like fresh snow over weary ground. Let your mercy wrap around me like arms that never let go. Let your presence rebuild what pain tried to destroy. Let your truth be louder than every memory of failure. Let your love redefine every part of who I am. I will not rush this. I will not resist this. I will not fear this, because I was made for this. To be known, to be loved, to be whole in you, and in this sacred silence. There is a quiet in this moment that feels different than sleep. It's not the silence of exhaustion or emptiness. It's the silence of being held, of being surrounded by something vast, holy, and safe. I know what this is now. It is the presence of the one who never leaves, and there is no fear here. None at all. Not even the kind that lingers in shadows or hides behind logic. Not even the quiet fears I used to carry into the night, the what-ifs, the regrets, the stories I replayed until my thoughts ran in circles. You've stilled them, Lord. You've spoken louder than the noise. You didn't just quiet my mind. You calmed my soul, because peace is not just a feeling. Peace is a person. And that person is Jesus. You are peace when I don't understand. You are peace when the world spins too fast. You are peace when I've said too much and still don't feel heard. You are peace when I've done too little and feel like I've failed. You are peace, not temporary, not conditional, not dependent on results. Just peace, just present, just faithful. And so I let go again, because letting go is not weakness. It is worship. It is the strongest thing I can do in the arms of a Savior who's already won. I let go of the version of me I thought I had to be. I let go of the timeline I set, that you never gave. I let go of the dream I clung to tighter than I clung to you. I let go of the apology I never received. I let go of the approval I chased like it was oxygen. Because I don't need those things to sleep in peace. I only need you. And you are here. You are always here, not just for my strength, but for my weakness. Not just for my praise, but for my pain. Not just for my victories, but for the long nights that no one sees. You have always come close when I have come undone. And tonight, you are as close as breath. So I breathe deep now, not out of control, but in confidence. Each inhale is a reminder that I am still here, still alive, still held, still loved. And with every breath, I welcome you in more deeply, into the thoughts I haven't shared with anyone, into the questions I've hidden from even myself, into the hopes that feel too fragile to name. You are not afraid of these things. You are not overwhelmed. You do not pull back when I open the door. You step in fully. You sit beside me without judgment. You bring comfort before you bring change. And that is what I've always needed most. Not answers, but presence. Not fixes, but love. You are not waiting for me to be better tomorrow. You are holding me exactly as I am tonight. You aren't in love with a future version of me. You're in love with me now, this me. Here, breathing, trusting, listening. So I let that truth rewrite me from the inside out. I let it heal what no sermon could touch. I let it restore the parts of me that religion couldn't reach. Because you, Jesus, are not here to impress me with theology. You're here to change me with love. A love that does not flinch. A love that does not fade. A love that doesn't shrink when I fall short. A love that lifts my head without demanding anything first. And it's that love I fall asleep in tonight, not with questions, but with gratitude. You are the beginning and the end. The voice that called stars into place is now whispering peace into my soul. And I believe you. I believe you when you say I'm forgiven. I believe you when you say I'm chosen. I believe you when you say, fear not, for I am with you. You are not a feeling that comes and goes. You are a constant presence that never leaves. So even if I wake up in the middle of the night, I will know you are near. Even if I dream of old wounds, I will know you are already healing them. Even if tomorrow brings the unknown, I will walk in peace, because I have rested in the arms of the one who already holds every moment. You are my safe place. You are my shelter in every storm. You are the home I've been searching for, even when I didn't know it. Let me carry this peace with me beyond the night. Let it shape my thoughts when I rise. Let it slow my spirit when the day gets heavy. Let it speak louder than fear, louder than expectation,
louder than noise, because what you do in stillness will last longer than what I try to do in striving. You are not building something that fades. You are building something eternal, and you are building it in me. So I say yes again. Yes to the transformation I don't always understand. Yes to the journey I can't always see. Yes to the deep, slow, gentle process of becoming more like you. I don't need to rush anymore. I don't need to prove anything anymore. I don't need to be anyone else tonight. I just need to be yours. And I am. Fully, freely, forever.
There is a softness in my spirit now that only you could have brought. A stillness not manufactured by quiet surroundings, but born of your presence, pressing gently against every part of me that once braced for impact. I am no longer waiting for the world to settle down to feel safe. I am safe because you are here. That is more than enough, and the more I sink into this peace, the more I realize how unfamiliar it used to be. How much of my life I've lived clenched, trying, striving, apologizing for simply being human. But you have never asked me to perform. You have never asked me to pretend. You have only asked me to come. Come weary, come broken, come with questions, come with wounds still open, come even when I don't feel ready, because you're not just the savior of the strong, you are the refuge of the weak. And tonight I feel that strength, not as something I need to summon, but as something I can rest within. I don't need to fight for a place at your table. You've already set one for me. You've already made room. You've already prepared the seat, pulled it out and said, sit, stay, you belong here. So I let myself belong, not in pride, not in fear of losing it, but in quiet awe that this is the kind of love you offer, one that stays when others go, one that holds even when I shake, one that listens when I can't find the words, one that covers me even when I forget to ask. You are love that doesn't run out, mercy that doesn't run dry, faithfulness that doesn't change with my moods. You don't get tired of reminding me that I'm yours. You don't roll your eyes when I need to hear it again. You don't walk away when I'm slow to believe it. You just stay. And that's why I trust you, because you're not like anyone else. Your kindness isn't a trap. Your affection isn't based on performance. Your promises are not easily broken. You are not impatient with the pace of my healing. You are not frustrated by the fragility of my heart. You move slowly, like a gardener tending to roots beneath the surface. You do not rush the bloom. You do not force growth. You cultivate, you nurture, you remain. So I remain here too, in this moment, in this quiet, in this night that now feels more like sanctuary than sleep. Because something is happening in the stillness, not loud, not visible, but sacred. You are stitching pieces of me together that I thought were forever torn. You are gently removing burdens I didn't realize I was still carrying. You are reshaping the way I see myself, the way I see you, the way I see the path ahead. And you're doing it without fanfare, without pressure, just presence, just peace, just love in its most healing form. Constant, kind, and close. So let me remember this in the morning. Let this moment be more than temporary. Let it become the new foundation of my life, because I don't want to return to the old ways, the old thinking, the old fears, the old striving. I want to live from this place of rest, not just sleep, but soul-deep surrender. I want to make room for you. Not just at night but at noon, not just in prayer but in everything. Be the center of my life, Jesus. Not just the comfort when things go wrong, but the compass for every decision. Not just the rescuer in trouble, but the reason I rise each day. Let everything in me be reordered by your presence. My thoughts, my words, my desires, my time, my hopes, my habits. Let my whole life say what my heart whispers now. Jesus is here, and I am not afraid, because that's the miracle, isn't it? That I, who used to brace for disaster,
can now rest in peace, that I, who once doubted my worth, can now say I am chosen, that I, who feared being alone, can now say I am never without love. And it's not because life got easier. It's because you came closer. You came and didn't ask me to meet you halfway. You came all the way to me. And now you dwell here, in the innermost places, in the space between my words, in the hush between my thoughts, in the dreams I barely dare to dream. You live here now, and because you do, this heart is no longer a battleground. It is holy ground. It is not ruled by fear. It is governed by grace. It is no longer a home for shame. It is a resting place for glory. You are not just my refuge. You are my resurrection, not just my safety, but my source. And tonight, I feel the beginning of something new, not with fireworks, not with loud declarations, but with quiet assurance, a deeper root, a steadier breath, a calmer soul. You are rebuilding me from within, and I say yes, yes again, yes without condition, yes without fear. Yes, Jesus, this life is yours, this night is yours, this soul.
The longer I lie in your presence, Lord, the more I realize that this night isn't about sleep alone. It's about surrender. It's about healing. It's about remembering who I truly am, when everything else is quiet, when the expectations fade, when the roles I play fall away, and I'm just here, me and you. And what surprises me most is how safe I feel, not because the world outside has changed, but because I'm not facing it alone. I'm not carrying it on my own. You've taken the weight from my shoulders and placed it on your own. You're not asking me to be strong enough to stand. You're simply asking me to stay with you. So I do. I stay here in this softness, in this warmth, in this mercy. You are wrapping me in something stronger than fear and gentler than words. Something eternal, something sacred, something only heaven could give. You are covering me not with blankets, but with glory, not with rules, but with grace, not with obligation, but with love. So let me stay here, Lord, not just in body, but in heart. Let me remain in this place, where I know I am held, not because I've earned it, but because you've chosen me. Let my soul learn what my mind is only beginning to understand, that your love is not fragile. It does not leave in the night. It does not change with mood or merit. It does not require perfection. It simply is, always present, always pursuing, always sure. And in the light of that love, I see myself differently, not as a failure, not as forgotten, not as a project in progress, but as a child, loved, except welcomed, invited in, not to impress, but to rest. So I rest, Jesus, fully, quietly, without apology. I rest from striving. I rest from comparison. I rest from regret. I rest from the burdens I wasn't meant to carry. I rest in the arms of the one who doesn't need me to do anything more to be worthy of love. You already decided I was worth it, on the cross, in the garden, in every breath you took for my redemption. And tonight, you breathe peace over me. Peace into my lungs. Peace into my thought. Peace into my very bones. You're reminding me that I was not created for chaos. I was created for communion. I was not made to hustle endlessly. I was made to walk with you, to know you, to be with you in the quiet places where the world cannot reach. So take me deeper into that space, Jesus. Take me beyond the surface of religion and into the depths of relationship. Take me past the fear of not being enough and into the fullness of being known and still loved. Take me past the checklist and into the heartbeat of heaven, where grace flows without limit, where joy does not depend on circumstance, where rest is not weakness, but worship. You are doing something here, something that sleep alone could never do. You are reshaping me while I lie still. You are rewriting my rhythms while I release control. You are softening the hardened places. You are mending what years of striving couldn't fix. And it's not because I'm working harder. It's because I'm finally letting go. Letting go of the need to understand everything. Letting go of the voice that says I have to prove my worth. Letting go of the guilt that tries to whisper in the dark. Letting go of the pride that tells me I have to do it on my own. You are undoing those things in me. Not by force, but by love, by patience, by presence. And in the undoing you are restoring. You're teaching me to breathe again, not just air but grace. You're teaching me to feel again, not just emotion but wonder. You're teaching me to trust again, not just in theory but in the core of who I am. And I trust you, Jesus. I trust that you are not disappointed in how slow my journey has been. I trust that you are not tired of hearing the same cries. I trust that you are not waiting for me to get it all right. You are simply waiting for me to stay close. And I am close now. Not because I climbed my way here, but because you came and found me. You walked through the cluttered halls of my mind. You sifted through the broken pieces of my heart. You stayed through the silence when I thought you'd left. And now I see. Now I feel. Now I rest. Not because everything is perfect, but because you are present. So I surrender again. I surrender tomorrow's unknowns. I surrender the need to control outcomes. I surrender the fear that something will fall apart. I surrender the deep ache of waiting, and I trade them all for the only thing that never breaks under pressure. Your love. Let it be the ground I walk on. Let it be the lens through which I see others. Let it be the river that runs through my every action. Let it be the answer to the questions I stop asking. You are not withholding anything from me. You are simply asking that I remain in you, not as a rule but as a refuge, not as obligation but as home. And I choose that now. Home in your word, home in your presence, home in your arms. You've opened the door, and I've stepped inside, and here everything is different. Even if nothing changes around me, something has changed within me. There is no fear here. There is no shame here. There is no striving here. Only peace, only grace, only you. And you are enough. Even deeper now, beyond where words usually go, I feel something holy unfolding. It's not loud. It's not dramatic, but it's real, more real than the thoughts I used to cling to, more real than the fear that used to fill these nights. It is the quiet knowing that you, Jesus, are doing something within me that cannot be undone. Not because I earned it, not because I deserve it, but because you are love, and love always finishes what it begins. And I know you've begun something here. In the silence, in the slow breathing, in the sacred stillness of this very room. You've entered the places I didn't know how to invite you into. You've spoken to the fears I thought would never leave. And somehow they're quieter now, not because the darkness disappeared, but because your light is simply stronger. You are the light that never goes out, the flame that never flickers, the morning star that rises even in the middle of the night. And that's what you're doing inside me now, rising. Not as a distant hope, but as a living presence. You are rising in my thoughts, pushing out the fog. You are rising in my spirit, lifting the weight I thought I'd have to carry forever. You are rising in my soul, reviving what had been quiet for too long. And I welcome it. All of it. I welcome the healing, even if it comes in waves. I welcome the restoration, even if it takes time. I welcome the slow transformation, even when it feels unseen. Because you are not rushed. And if you're not rushed, I don't have to be either. You are not impatient with my process. You are not frustrated with the pace of my surrender. You are not comparing me to anyone else. You're simply here, steady, kind, faithful. You're walking at my side, not ahead of me to pressure, not behind me to push, but beside me, whispering, "You are not alone." And I believe you. Even in the moments where emotion fades and stillness deepens, I believe you. Even when I feel nothing, I believe you're still working. Even when old thoughts try to rise, I believe your truth is louder. Because you don't base your love on my feelings. You don't withdraw when I get tired. You don't change when I do. You are the same. Yesterday, tonight, forever. So I rest in your consistency. When the world is uncertain, you are unshakable. When people are inconsistent, you are unwavering. When my mind spins in circles, you remain the still center. So become that center now, Lord. The center of my thoughts, the center of my identity, the center of my story. You are not a side note. You are the author. You are not a support character. You are the source. You are the reason I breathe. The one who sees every page of my past and still says there's more. So I trust you with the more. Even when I don't know what it looks like. Even when I can't see the next step. Even when I'm afraid of disappointment. I trust you, because you've never given me a reason not to. You have only ever loved me, with a love that carried a cross, with a love that left the grave empty, with a love that came back for me again and again. So I release the grip I've had on my own life. I loosen my fingers from the script I tried to write. I exhale the pressure I placed on myself to be strong, to be right, to be enough, because I was never meant to carry those burdens. They don't belong to me. They never did. You are the one who carries. You are the one who builds. You are the one who sustains. So tonight I stop building alone. I stop striving in secret. I stop pretending I have to earn what you already gave freely. And I simply receive. I receive the love that wraps around every part of me, even the parts I thought were too messy for heaven. I receive the grace that doesn't excuse my sin but meets it with mercy. I receive the rest that doesn't come from tiredness, but from trust. This isn't the sleep of exhaustion. This is the sleep of a soul finally safe, finally home, finally at peace with the one who formed it. And though I may not know what lies ahead, I know who walks with me. You are not afraid of what's next. You are already there, preparing, shaping, shielding. So I won't fear the future. I won't relive the past. I won't numb the present. I will rest in it, because you are in it. And because you are in it, I can breathe. I can let go. I can fall asleep, knowing I am covered by more than sheets and shadows. I am covered by the promises of God, by the mercy that greets me every morning, by the love that doesn't loosen when I'm weak. You are the covering I never have to fold away, the presence I never have to leave behind. So I stay here, I sleep here, in the arms of grace, in the shadow of wings, in the presence of perfect peace. There's something holy about the quiet now, something deeper than silence, something sacred beneath the surface of sleep. It's the knowing that even in stillness, something is being restored. Something I can't name. Something I don't have to understand. You're working in the silence, Jesus, not in a way that demands attention, but in the way only you can. Gently, steadily, deeply. While the world rushes and spins and hurries to become, you move slowly. You are never anxious, never rushed, never worried that I'm falling behind. And so tonight, for the first time in a long time, I stop measuring progress. I stop asking, am I enough, and simply rest in the truth that I am already known, already loved, already held. You're not waiting to love a future version of me. You love me now. This version, with the undone things, with the aching parts, with the questions still unanswered, and the fears not yet fully silenced. You love me even when I don't feel lovable. You love me even when I don't love myself. And it's that kind of love that does the deepest healing. Not the kind that fixes me from a distance, the kind that stays, the kind that sits beside me in the middle of the night, the kind that whispers, You don't have to be strong right now, and I believe you. I believe you because you've proven yourself faithful, not just through answered prayers, but through quiet nearness, through moments when nothing made sense, but peace still came, through tears that fell into pillows and somehow felt held, through nights like this, when the world keeps spinning but my soul grows still. That's what you do, Jesus. You still me. You calm what I can't calm on my own. You steady what life shakes loose. And I feel that now, my breath is slower, my heart is softer. The weight I carried here tonight isn't as heavy anymore. Not because it disappeared, but because I handed it to you. You've always been willing to carry what breaks me. You've never once said, "That's too much." And so I come again, and I keep coming, because you are the safest place I've ever known. I used to think surrender meant giving up. Now I see it means giving over, offering what's too much for me into hands that never tremble. You take what I can't carry. You hold what I can't fix. You love what I don't understand. And in return, you give me something I can't earn. Peace, the kind of peace that holds me even when my circumstances don't change. The kind of peace that fills places I thought would always ache. The kind of peace that doesn't need noise or proof or applause. It just is, because you are. So let this night be saturated in that peace. Let every part of me rest in it. Let my muscles soften. Let my thoughts untangle. Let my spirit sink deep into the knowledge that you are not just near, you are here. Not above me, not around me, not beside me, in me. Dwelling in the places I once shut you out of, occupying rooms I didn't think you'd want to enter. But you did. You knocked. You waited. And when I finally opened the door, you didn't criticize. You didn't condemn. You didn't walk through with a list of things to change. You walked in with arms wide open, and you said, "Let's stay here together." So I do. I stay, in the presence that asks for nothing and gives everything, in the quiet that speaks more than words, in the love that heals what no one else could touch. You are not just watching over me while I sleep. You are rebuilding me in the sleep. You are doing heart surgery in the silence. You are rewiring old thoughts with holy truth. You are reminding my soul of what it forgot in the noise, that I am yours, that I am safe, that I am chosen, that I don't have to try so hard anymore, that I am allowed to rest, not just physically, but spiritually, emotionally, deeply, finally. So I give myself permission to rest. I no longer call it weakness. I call it worship, because trusting you enough to let go is the greatest offering I can give. So here it is, Lord. Take the weight of today. Take the worry of tomorrow. Take the words I said that I wish I hadn't. Take the things I didn't say that I wish I had. Take the anxiety I carry for people I love. Take the outcomes I've been trying to control. Take the image I'm afraid to let slip. Take the pressure I keep picking back up. Take it all. Not because I've run out of strength, but because I've finally found the one who is stronger. You, Jesus, you are the strength beneath my weakness, the calm beneath my chaos, the foundation beneath my fears. So I lie here, not by circumstance, not by certainty, but by you, and I will rest in that, tonight, and tomorrow, and every day that follows, until this peace becomes not just a moment, but a way of life.
Something is happening in me tonight that I don't quite have words for. It's not loud. It's not dramatic. But it is deep. Something is settling. Something is softening. Something is shifting. Not because I've made it happen, but because I've finally stopped trying to do everything myself. And in that surrender, I've found you, Jesus, not because you were ever far, but because my striving made it hard to hear you. But not now. Now the noise is stilled. Now the fear has fallen quiet. Now the masks I wore in daylight are gone. And all that's left is me. Tired. Fragile.
And you who are never tired of hearing my voice, you who never grow weary of sitting with me in silence, you who do not demand perfect words or polished prayers, only presence, and presence is what I offer now. Not performance, not accomplishment, just presence. Just the honesty of a soul that finally realizes it's safe to let go, safe to be weak, safe to be still, safe to just be. Because you are not a taskmaster. You are a shepherd. You don't drive me with demands, you lead me with gentleness. You walk ahead of me, making the crooked places straight, and you walk behind me, redeeming every step I thought was wasted. You surround me. So why should I fear? Why should I carry what you already conquered? Why should I pretend when you already know? You knew what you were getting when you called me. You knew the mess, you knew the wounds, you knew the hesitations and the hidden shame, and still you said mine. Still you came close, still you offered your arms before you asked for my obedience, because that's who you are. Not a God of transaction, but of transformation. Not a God of punishment, but of peace. Not a God who waits for me to fix myself, but one who kneels low to meet me right where I am. So I let you meet me here, in this breath, in this moment, in this bed that's now become an altar. No candles, no stained glass, just stillness, just surrender, just the sacred weight of a love that will not let go. You are not afraid of this softness in me. You welcome it, because you know that surrender is strength in disguise. You know that vulnerability is how healing begins. You know that rest is not weakness, it's worship. So I worship you tonight, not with songs, not with loud declarations, but with stillness, with trust, with letting go of everything I cannot carry anymore. I give you my expectations, the ones that never seem to be met, the ones I placed on myself and on others, the ones that left me disappointed and disillusioned. I give them to you now, because you've never asked me to perform, only to come, only to stay, only to believe that what you started in me, you will finish, and you will, even if it's slow, even if I can't see it yet, even if my feelings waver. You are not moved by my emotion. You are moved by compassion, and your compassion is endless. So I rest in it. I let it wash over the places still raw from life, the places bruised from trying too hard, the places weary from doing too much. You never asked me to do it all. You asked me to walk with you, to move with you, to live from you, not just for you. And there is so much difference between the two. Living for you exhausted me. Living for you exhausted me, because I don't have to be the source. I don't have to carry the weight of it all. I don't have to know what comes next. I just have to be near you. And I am. Near. Close. Held. You are not a distant king. You are the friend who never leaves. You are the healer who touches wounds without shame. You are the savior who washes feet and breaks bread and weeps with those he loves. You are near to the broken-hearted, and near to me. So near that my heartbeat feels like it's sinking with yours, so near that my fears have no room to speak, so near that even sleep becomes holy, because you are in it, because even in my unconscious rest, you are at work, whispering truth into places the daylight never reaches, stitching wholeness into the fabric of my soul, breathing life into the garden of my heart. You are tending me tonight, not fixing, tending, not rushing, loving, and I yield to it. I open to it. I say yes again. Yes to the unknown. Yes to the unfolding. Yes to the quiet work of the Holy Spirit that asks for no credit but brings complete transformation. So here I am, still, soft, safe, no need to reach, no need to explain,
No need to hold anything back, because you already know, and you've already said yes, to me, to this moment, to being with me in the middle of the night, in the middle of the healing, in the middle of becoming. So I lie here not alone, not forgotten, not unloved. I lie here in the arms of the one who knows me best and loves me most, and that is enough. All.
There is something eternal in this stillness, something that feels like it was always meant to be, like this moment, this quiet, this warmth, this unspoken nearness, was written into the design of my life before I even knew what it meant to rest. You knew, Jesus. You knew I'd need this. You knew I'd spend years trying to do everything on my own, only to come here back to you realizing I was never made to carry life without you, and you never asked me to. You never handed me burdens and walked away. You never gave me a calling and left me unequipped. You never asked me to figure it out while you watched from a distance. You've always been the God who stays, who walks beside, who waits at the door, who comes closer when the world pushes harder. And tonight, I feel you again. Not just around me but within. Not just above me but beside. You are the air I breathe, the peace I sink into, the gentle hand guiding me toward wholeness, one surrendered breath at a time. You are the reason I no longer fear the quiet, because it is here in the stillness that I hear you most clearly, not in thunder, not in fire, but in the whisper that says, you are mine, the whisper that reminds me I am safe, the whisper that draws me away from shame and back into grace. And grace is what holds me now, not my performance, not my past, not my perfection, just unearned, unshaken, unfolding in every moment I let go. So I let go again. I let go of the apology I owe myself for being too hard on my heart. I let go of the time I thought was wasted, because nothing is wasted in your hands. I let go of the anger I buried so deeply I forgot it was there. I let go of the fear that good things won't last. I let go of the pressure to always be okay, and in its place, I take what you've always been offering, peace that doesn't need explanation, joy that rises like morning light, mercy that flows in the dark without losing strength, love that doesn't require me to earn it. You are offering it again, and I finally have hands open enough to receive, because surrender is the posture that frees me, not because it makes me less, but because it makes you more in me. You are becoming greater where I once tried to be strong. You are becoming clearer where I once clouded everything with doubt. You are becoming louder in the silence I once tried to avoid. And I see now, the silence was never empty. It was always filled with you. You were always waiting here, patient, tender, full of love. I didn't know I needed until I was too tired to pretend anymore. And now I'm tired, but not in a hopeless way, not in a worn-out, defeated way, in a holy way, in a sacred, yielding way, in a finally home kind of way. You've carried me here, Jesus, through so much, through seasons I didn't think I'd survive, through nights I thought would never end, through questions I never thought I'd stop asking, through pain that pressed too deep for words. And now I rest, not just on this bed, but in you and who you are, in what you've promised, in what you've already finished on my behalf. You are my anchor when I drift. You are my light when I can't see. You are my comfort when the ache won't leave. You are the arms that hold me when my own strength fails. So hold me tonight, don't just watch over me. Wrap around me. Let your presence fill the space between every heartbeat. Let your spirit cover the places I don't have language for. Let your love be the very air that soothes my lungs and slows my breath. Let your name be the sound my soul remembers, even in sleep. As you are not just a chapter in my story. You are the author. You are writing redemption where I thought the story ended.
You are breathing beauty into places I called broken. You are calling life back into dreams I buried too soon. And you do it all without rush, without force, without fear. Because you are not afraid of my humanity. You entered it once and for all. You walked it perfectly. And now you dwell in me. Not to demand perfection from me, but to live out your own perfection within me. That is grace. That is gospel. That is why I can sleep tonight with no fear. Because there is no condemnation here. No guilt. No shame. Just rest. Just mercy. Just presence. Just you. And you are enough. For every worry that tries to rise, you are enough. For every lie that whispers in the dark, you are enough. For every unfinished thing I'm still holding, you are enough. And I release it now. I lay it at your feet. Not because I've solved it, not because I have clarity, but because you are more trustworthy than my own understanding. You see the end from the beginning. You know the path I cannot trace. And you are not lost. So I don't have to be. I am found. I am loved. I am held. And I am safe. Tonight, tomorrow, and always.
This stillness, Lord, it's starting to feel like home. Not just a pause in the chaos, not just a break from the noise, but a place I was always meant to live from. A place you prepared for me, not with walls and ceilings, but with presence. A home not made by human hands, but made in your heart. A resting place for the weary. A hiding place for the soul. And here I am, weary, worn, but welcomed. I don't have to knock tonight. The door is already open. I don't have to prove I belong. You've already made a place for me. I don't have to earn your nearness. You've already drawn close. You meet me not as a stranger, but as a father. Not with judgment, but with joy. Not to remind me of my failures, but to remind me of who I am. Yours. So I come in. I sit with you, and I let every burden slide from my shoulders. I let every weight I've picked up today fall at your feet. The words I wish I'd spoken better. The emotions I tried to stuff down. The questions I never voiced aloud. You see them all. You carry them all. And yet, you never rush me. You don't silence my struggle with answers. You sit with it. You sit with me. And that is enough, because what I need most tonight is not explanation. It's companionship. Not clarity, but comfort. Not solutions, but your eyes meeting mine with that steady, unfailing love. You are not uncomfortable with my brokenness. You are not impatient with my progress. You are not surprised by my weakness. You see it all. And still, you stay. Still, you bless. Still, you call me beloved. And I'm learning to believe you. Even now. Even here. Even in the middle of all that's unfinished. Because you are not waiting for me to complete some imaginary checklist before I can rest. You've already finished the work that matters most. You carried the cross. You conquered the grave. You crushed the voice of shame that used to speak so loudly in the dark. And now you whisper something new over me. Not try harder, but rest deeper. Not fix yourself, but let me hold you. Not earn your place, but remember who you are. I am yours. No title needed. No achievement required. No perfection expected. Just me, as I am. And that is enough for you. So I let it be enough for me too. Tonight, I stop chasing. I stop apologizing for my humanity. I stop performing for a love that was never meant to be earned. And I breathe, really breathe. Not just air into lungs, but peace into soul, grace into memory, hope into corners of my heart I thought were beyond repair. Because nothing is too broken for you. No story too far gone. No heart too hardened. No wound too deep. You've healed what doctors couldn't touch. You've restored what time could not. You've revived dreams, long buried under grief. And you're still doing it, right now, while I lie here in this silence that no longer feels empty but full. Full of you, full of mercy, full of rest. This is the miracle, isn't it? That in the middle of a restless world, I can rest in you. That in the middle of unanswered questions, I can sleep in peace. That in the middle of a heart still healing, I can lie down without fear. You've become my still waters. You've become my green pasture. You've become the shepherd who doesn't scold the sheep, but carries them. And tonight, I feel carried. I feel seen without needing to explain, loved without needing to earn, safe without needing to guard myself. Because you are here. You always have been. Even in the moments when I felt alone, even in the silence that felt like distance, even when I doubted, you stayed. And now, in this moment, I see more clearly than ever that you never left. Not for a second. And because of that, I can let go fully. I can release the pressure I didn't even know I was holding. The internal striving, the constant assessing, the silent fears I didn't even name out loud. They melt in your presence. They lose power under the weight of your love. So I surrender again, not as a one-time event, but as a holy rhythm, a rhythm of resting, a rhythm of release, a rhythm of remembering that you are God and I am not. And that is good. That is peace. That is freedom. So take it all again, Jesus. Take every part of me, the tired parts, the hopeful parts, the fearful parts, the waiting parts. They're all yours, because only in your hands can they become something beautiful, something eternal, something holy. And as I sleep, I know I am not missing out on anything by resting. I am stepping into everything that matters most, into the deep healing river of your presence, into the soft, unwavering embrace of grace, into the place where striving ceases and love begins. Here I am, Lord, yours. It amazes me how deeply you meet me in the quiet. Not with grand displays, not with noise or fire or shaking earth, but with the kind of stillness that undoes every heavy thing I've carried. I never knew silence could be this sacred, that a moment without words could say so much, that a breath taken slowly in your presence could realign my whole heart. But it does, because you are in it. You're in the stillness, in the breath, in the spaces between my thoughts. And you are not far off. You are close. Closer than the fear I used to listen to, closer than the ache I tried to numb, closer than the shame I once wore like skin. You are not watching from afar. You are with me. You are Emmanuel, God with us, God with me. And tonight, that is more than enough, more than answers, more than clarity, more than closure, because you don't need me to figure everything out before I sleep. You only ask me to rest in you, and I do. I rest in the arms that never drop me. I rest in the voice that never lies. I rest in the promises that never break, no matter how dark the night. Your promises are not fragile. They do not fade with time. They do not shift with my failures. They hold. They remain. They speak louder than the noise, louder than the lies, louder than my past. And they say, "You are mine." You say it again and again, not because you forget, but because I do. And you are patient with that. Patient with how many times I need to hear it. Patient with the ways I drift. Patient with the ways I overthink and overwork and overcomplicate what you've made simple. You've made it so simple. Jesus, come. Come as you are. Come with the mess. Come with the questions. Come with the hurt you've buried. Come with the dreams you gave up on. Come, and I will give you rest. So I come again. I come not just because I'm tired, but because I'm learning that rest in you is the only kind that heals, the only kind that the only kind that changes me from the inside out without demanding I become someone I'm not. You've never asked me to change so you could love me. You love me, and that love changes me. It frees me. It softens what was hard. It lifts what was heavy. It renews what was weary. It builds something eternal in me, something the world can't take and time can't diminish. And it all begins here, in this stillness, this softness, this simple trust that you are who you say you are, and you will do what you say you'll do. So I stop trying to write the story. I stop trying to turn every page ahead of time. I stop trying to force what was always meant to flow. I surrender. I rest. I say, yes, Lord. Have your way in me. Not just tomorrow, but now. Not just in daylight hours, but here in this midnight hush, where you whisper the deepest truths. You whisper that I am not forgotten. You whisper that I am not too late. You whisper that my waiting is not wasted. You whisper that even now, you are working in ways I cannot yet see, and I believe you. Even when doubt tries to creep in, even when old thoughts come knocking, even when my heart starts to question again, I choose to believe, not because I feel strong, but because you are faithful. Not because I've conquered fear, but because you've never failed me, not once, not ever. You've walked with me through shadowed valleys. You've held me when no one else saw the tears. You've spoken hope into places I'd already labeled hopeless. And you're still doing it. Tonight. Right now, while I lie still and silent, you're mending what life tried to tear apart. You're restoring the parts of me that forgot how to hope. You're pouring oil on the wounds I thought would never close. You're doing holy work in hidden places, and I don't need to see it to trust it. I don't need to understand it to rest in it. I just need to stay near, stay open, stay surrendered. Because when I stay close to you, everything begins to change, not always around me, but always within me. And that's where it matters most. You are making me whole again, piece by piece. Word by word, breath by breath. You're not rushing the process. You're not skipping the deep work. You are forming something eternal, and you're doing it with kindness, not pressure, not demands, just love. And that love, it changes everything. It silences the inner critic. It soothes the ache that never had words. It lifts my eyes from my limits to your strength. And in that shift, I sleep. Not just because I'm tired, but because I am held. Not just because the day is done, but because I am no longer trying to do it all alone. You're here. You've always been here. And you will never leave. Not when I'm weak. Not when I'm uncertain. Not when I'm silent. Not when I'm asleep. You are the one who stays. And because you stay, I don't have to strive. Because you love, I don't have to earn. Because you are near, I don't have to fear. You are enough for me, forever. How gentle you are, Lord. How completely unlike the world that always asks for more. In your presence, I am not a task to complete. I am not a project to be fixed. I am simply yours. And being yours is enough. Being held, being known, being loved before I ever lift a finger or whisper a word. That's the kind of love I've always needed. And it's the kind you keep giving freely, patiently, endlessly. And tonight, I receive it. Fully. Finally. I let the barriers fall. I let the walls collapse, the ones I built to keep myself safe. But that only ever made me feel more alone. You see past them anyway. You walk right through them, not with force, but with kindness. You disarm my defenses not with fear, but with mercy. You don't demand that I open my heart. You wait, you invite, you draw near. And somehow I find myself opening without even realizing it, letting you in, letting you touch the places I've hidden. Not because I have answers, but because I trust you. Because when you speak, even the wounded places listen. Because when you move, even the broken places breathe. You are not just near, you are here, filling every crack, filling every pause, filling every night with something holy. And I can feel it, even now, even in the silence, even in the sleep slowly settling over me. You're here. And because you're here, I don't have to hold myself together anymore. I can fall apart in the safety of your presence. And somehow, in that falling, I become whole. Because you are not afraid of broken things. You do not discard what's fragile. You don't overlook the soft, trembling parts of my soul. You kneel down. You lift up. You bind with care what others might ignore. You are the healer not just of bodies but of hearts. And you are healing me, even now. Not with force, not with expectation, but with grace. Grace that runs deeper than my regrets. Grace that covers more than I thought it could. Grace that whispers in the middle of the night, you are still loved, you are still mine, and I am not finished with you. So I stop trying to finish myself. I stop striving to perfect what you've already called beautiful. I stop rushing what you've called sacred. This season, this night, this silence, it's all holy now, because you are in it. And if you are not anxious, I don't need to be either. If you are not afraid, I don't need to fear. If you are not giving up, then neither will I, because I'm not alone anymore. I never was, but now I know it. Now I feel it. Now I can rest in it. This kind of rest doesn't come from the absence of problems. It comes from the presence of Jesus, you Lord. You who never slumber. You who never look away. You who never grow tired of holding me again and again and again. You are holding me now, and it is the safest place I have ever known. I don't need to defend myself anymore. I don't need to plan ahead right now. I don't need to brace for pain. I only need to breathe and be loved. I only need to lie still and I only need to close my eyes and remember I'm not in the dark. I'm in the light of your presence. So be the light, Lord. Be the light that chases away fear. Be the light that warms what grew cold. Be the light that shows me, even in sleep, that I am still on holy ground. Let me feel it, even now. Let this bed become a sanctuary. Let these sheets feel like the edge of heaven. Let the rhythm of my breath mirror the rhythm of your love. Steady, soft, faithful. You are reteaching me how to rest, not collapse from exhaustion, but truly rest. From worry, from self-doubt, from the voice that says, you should be further along. You silence that voice. You don't speak in shame. You speak in stillness. You don't rush me forward. You sit with me now. And that stillness is becoming my strength. That silence is becoming my song. That quiet is becoming a holy space where you and I dwell together. And it's in this space that I find what I didn't know I was missing. Peace that doesn't depend on circumstance. Security that doesn't depend on control. Love that doesn't depend on worthiness. Because you are all of those things. You are peace. You are security. You are love. And you are not going anywhere. Not when I fail. Not when I fall. Not when I wander. You are the shepherd who leaves the 99 for the one. And even when I thought I was lost, you never lost sight of me. You've been walking with me through every season, every valley, every detour. And now you've brought me here, not to fix me, but to be with me. So I will not rush past this moment. I will not skip ahead to tomorrow. I will not worry about what needs to be done.
tonight is for you and me, for this, for presence, for peace, for the deep soul rest that comes only when I stop trying and start trusting. And I do. I trust you. I trust that you're here. I trust that you love me. I trust that your mercy will meet me again when the morning comes. But for now, I stay in this holy quiet, eyes closed, heart open, held completely in the arms of the one who will never let me go.
There is a sacredness to this quiet now, a holy weight in the stillness, like the air itself is heavy with your presence. I feel it, Lord, not as a sensation that fades, but as an anchor that holds. And in this hour, as my body settles deeper into rest, my soul is rising into something far more awake than it's been in a long time. You are not a distant God looking down from the heavens. You are here in the room, in the silence, in the unspoken. You are nearer than breath, more constant than time, more present than anything I can touch. And in your nearness, I am undone. Not because I am afraid, but because I've never known this kind of safety. The world has offered me escape, distraction, achievement, but none of those things healed me. None of them stayed. None of them came close to doing what you're doing now, restoring me from the inside out. You see every wound, every scar, every moment I lost myself trying to be what others expected. Every time I broke beneath pressure, I never admitted. And you don't turn away. You lean in, you move closer. You say, I'm not going anywhere. And I believe you. Maybe for the first time in this way, I believe you. Because the way you love me isn't transactional. It isn't based on performance. It isn't waiting to be earned. It's already here. It's already mine. It's already enough. You are not disappointed in me. You are not tired of me. You are not tolerating me. Until I improve, you delight in me. You rejoice over me with singing. You call me chosen when I've called myself lost. You call me beloved when I've felt abandoned. You call me whole when I've only seen fragments. So tonight I let your words be louder than mine. I silence the noise I've lived with for too long, the self-doubt, the inner critic, the ache of trying to be enough. I hush the lies, I release the pressure, and I open myself fully to your truth. Speak to me again, Jesus. Not because you stopped speaking, but because I've finally stopped long enough to hear. Tell me who I am to you. Tell me how you see me when I'm not pretending. Tell me what you've been trying to show me through the chaos. I am listening, and I know this voice. It's the same voice that called Lazarus out of the tomb, the same voice that calmed the storm, the same voice that said, "It is finished," the same voice that now whispers, "Peace, be still," to my heart. Let that voice echo through every cell of my being. Let it sink into places even my memories can't reach. Let it speak over the story of my life and rewrite what the enemy tried to define. I am not what happened to me. I am not the sum of my failures. I am not my insecurities. I am not what I lack. I am who you say I am. I am a child of God. I am seated with Christ in heavenly places. I am washed clean by the blood that didn't hesitate. I am crowned with dignity and wrapped in mercy. I am filled with the Spirit of the living God, and I rest not in self-confidence, but in Christ confidence. You are my identity. You are my worth. You are my center. You are my hope. So I release every title that this world has handed me. Too much, too emotional, too sensitive, too quiet, not enough, not worthy, not strong, not successful. I hand them to you one by one, and I let you give me new names. Beloved, whole, chosen, seen, wanted, secure. I receive them with tears that finally feel like healing. And in this healing, Lord, I feel the room shift.
Not because the furniture has moved, but because the atmosphere has. It is thick with heaven now. It is quiet, but not empty. It is hushed, but not alone. Something eternal is happening. Even as I breathe slowly, eyes closed, heart wide open. You're rebuilding me, one word at a time. You're rewriting stories I've carried since childhood. You're touching places no human could ever reach. You're setting a new rhythm inside of me, one not led by fear, but by faith. I'm not going to carry what I can't control anymore. I'm not going to fix what you're already redeeming. I'm not going to pretend I'm okay when I'm breaking. I'm going to let you hold me, and that will be enough. You are not asking me to rise up right now. You are asking me to lay down in trust, in surrender, in love. So I let go again of timelines I've clung to, of expectations I've built my peace upon, of dreams I've distorted by rushing ahead of you, of people I've tried to save with my own strength, of pain I've numbed instead of healed. I let it go, not because I'm strong, but because you are. You are the one who walks with me through fire. You are the one who sits with me in sorrow. You are the one who doesn't flinch at my weakness. You are the one who has always seen the end from the beginning, and still called me worthy of love. So tonight, I won't ask you to change everything around me. I'll ask you to keep changing me. Make me soft again, Jesus. Make me teachable. Make me gentle with others and with myself. Make me brave in love. Make me still enough to hear you every day. Not just in crisis, not just in prayer, but in the in-between moments, in the hallway, in the car ride, in the mundane and the marvelous. Make me a home for your presence, because that's what I want most. Not a perfect life, not a life without pain, just a life with you in every part. If you are in it, then it is enough. If you are here, then I am home. If you are speaking, then I will listen. If you are leading, then I will follow slowly, steadily, faithfully, even when I don't feel ready, even when the next step feels uncertain, even when I'd rather stay in the comfort of old fears, because I trust you, Jesus. I trust your timing. I trust your goodness. I trust that you are not done with me. And as I rest tonight, I do so with open hands. No demands, no deal, just devotion, because you are worthy, and I am loved. That is enough.
I didn't know it was possible to feel this safe, Lord. Not in a physical place, not in the arms of another human, but here, right in the stillness of this night, in the hush of this breath, I feel it. I am fully safe in you, not just protected, not just watched over, but known, held, accepted in a way that nothing and no one else has ever done for me. And you're not going anywhere. Even as I fade into sleep, you stay. You stay when the lights are off and the world forgets. You stay when even my thoughts fall silent. You stay not because you have to, but because you want to. And that changes everything. You are not a God who guards from a distance. You are the one who sits close, the one who draws near to whisper peace over me, the one who brushes away fear like dust from a windowsill, the one who knows what I need before I even dream of it. You don't need perfect words from me. You don't require eloquence. You only ask for my heart, open, willing, surrendered. And tonight you have it. All of it. No hiding, no hesitation, no parts sectioned off. I give you the places I used to keep locked. I give you the worries I once called mine to carry. I give you the ache that lingered behind every smile. I give you the parts of me I didn't think were holy enough to bring into the light. And you take them, not to shame them, but to heal them, not to expose me, but to restore me, not to remind me of failure, but to fill me with grace. You are the restorer of all things, and that includes me. Every broken belief, every tired moment, every hurt I never put into words. You are tending to it all, not missing a single corner, not overlooking a single sigh. You see it all, and you stay. You do not grow weary of loving me. You do not tire of holding me. You do not change when my faith feels thin. You are the same, last night, tonight, and every night after. So I lean into that truth now. I rest in it, breathe in it, let it wash over me like the soft rhythm of a river. You are my river of peace, flowing slow, flowing strong, carving out new life in places that once felt dry. You are the deep well that never runs dry. You are the oil that never ceases to pour. You are the voice that doesn't need to shout, because even your whisper carries more power than the loudest storm. And when you whisper now, it sounds like this: you are mine. And that will never change. That alone is enough to carry me through the dark. That alone is enough to silence the questions. That alone is enough to calm the trembling places within me. You are with me. You are in me. You are in me. You are for me. You are not counting my failures. You are not tallying my progress. You are not watching a clock to see if I'm improving fast enough. You are just here, loving, healing, whispering, resting. And because of that, I can finally rest too. Not just tonight, but always. I'm learning that rest is not the reward of hard work. It is the inheritance of the beloved. And I am beloved, not because I feel it, not because I've earned it, but because you said so. And you never lie. So I believe you now. I believe that I don't have to be perfect to be worthy of love. I believe that I don't have to be strong to be carried. I believe that I don't have to have answers to be at peace, because you are enough. Your nearness is enough. Your voice is enough. Your presence is everything I ever needed, and far more than I ever deserved. You are the gift, the treasure, the portion that cannot be taken from me. So I lie here now, no longer searching, no longer striving, no longer wishing to be anywhere but here. This is the holy ground. This is the sacred hush. This is the altar of the night. And you are here, inhabiting the silence with glory, inhabiting my breath with mercy, inhabiting this moment with peace, too deep for words. So I let go of everything, of everyone, of every unfinished thing I carried into this night. I place it all in your hands, and I rest. I fall asleep not hoping for peace, but held in it, not searching for love, but surrounded by it, not wondering if you're near, but knowing you've never left. You are here. You always were. You always will be. And I am yours, now and forever. Amen.